What's going on, guys? Just like old times, right? Back in the work truck. Probably not for much longer. But today's video is going to be a little bit different, probably a little bit shorter than normal. But I just want to talk about some changes I want to make that I think are going to make the whole situation better. And better on me, better on you. So if you realize I put that poll up, thank you for voting in it, by the way, if you did. I put the poll up on the group and the Facebook page, and the vast majority of y'all picked the YouTube channel. I asked which one do you prefer, the YouTube channel or the podcast, and the vast majority of y'all picked the YouTube channel. So I'm not getting rid of either one of them. I was just curious which one y'all liked, and I want to make some changes. So like I mentioned before a couple times, the last couple months I've been teaching Sunday school, and when the teacher comes back full time, we're going to switch off every so often. But the thing is, I work on the video. Like I sit down and I come up, try to do it on a lunch break one day. Sometimes it takes longer, but I make notes for the video, record the video, edit the video, upload the video. I make notes for the podcast, I record the podcast, edit the podcast, upload the podcast. And on top of that, go to school, do my online classes, and I work full time. And by the time the week is done, I have Saturday to work on my Sunday school lesson, and it takes me all day. So I spend all day Saturday at my desk. Don't have no time to go out and do anything or enjoy life. I'm getting kind of tired of being chained to my desk. And that's not, oh, well, he don't like teaching Sunday school, because I do like teaching Sunday school. It's not about the teaching of Sunday school. It's about the way my time is managed. So I'm trying to change that aspect of it. So here's what we're going to do going forward. We're going to take the podcast and the video and combine them, put them together. So instead of one separate topic for the video and one separate topic for the podcast, they're going to be the same topic. So basically what I'm going to do is record the podcast, but have my camera on to record me. So there's going to be some aspects from the video there and some aspects from the podcast there. A little bit of both combined together. Like on the podcast, we talk about news sometime. Don't usually talk about that on the video. So that'll be there. We're still going to keep talking about things in the news I think are worth mentioning as far as, your faith goes. And there's things on the video that aren't technically going to translate too well for the podcast. So I'll try to minimize those things. Things that you have to look at. You can't necessarily see them on the video. So it'll be up to you. If you like the video, nothing's really going to change, except I'll have a microphone in my face. And if you like the podcast, then you can just go listen to the podcast, and nothing's really going to change there. It's just I'm going to put them together. So if you want to hear my topic on the video, and you're like, oh, I don't really want to listen to the podcast, but it's a different topic and you want to hear it, now you won't have to worry about that. You can just pick one or the other, whichever one works for you. And that's like a zest, because it takes me, I have so much going on through the week. And by the time I get to Saturday, I spend all day doing my Sunday school notes. And then Sunday morning, teach Sunday school, go to church, come home, try to do some schoolwork, because I usually ain't done with it by then. And then Sunday night, go back to church, and then Monday we start it all over again. So I need to shave some time, free up some time, so that during the week I can work on those Sunday school notes on the weeks I have to teach. And that way, by the time I get to Saturday, I'll have, a good portion of them done already. I won't have to spend all day starting from scratch. I can just put the finishing touches on them, and maybe go out and have a life, go out to eat or something with my girlfriend, who knows. Last weekend, my church had an event at the park. We had a picnic in the park thing. And I wanted to go, but I had to work on Sunday school, and that takes me all day. So just trying to free it up so I'm not chained to my desk every day. I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way as, oh, he don't like doing this, or he don't. I love doing everything I do. I love teaching Sunday school, and I love doing these videos and podcasts. I just got to manage them more efficiently, so as I'm not working myself to death. You know, I ain't even 40 yet. But that's one change we're making. And there's another change I'm making. A lot of the podcasts I listen to, well, not a lot of them, but quite a few of them, they split their podcasts into seasons. And there's at least 2 I listen to that do this. One of them's not too consistent with when their season ends. But Dr. Al Mohler, I talk about his podcast all the time that I listen to in the morning called The Briefing. Now, his is daily, so at least I ain't got to deal with that. Mine's only weekly. But what he does is he does his podcast every day up until July. And then in July, he takes the whole month of July off, comes back in August, starts the next season. And then when he gets to December, he stops, doesn't do anything in December, comes back in January and picks it up again. So that gives, I mean, he's a way more busier guy than I am, but that gives him 2 months a year when he's not doing the podcast. So that's what I want to do. I want to split the podcast up, because now, since the video and the podcast are combined, I'm just going to refer to it as a podcast. Because that's basically what it's going to be, is me recording a podcast with the video on. But, and I'll still have all the stuff on the screen for you that you need to see. But, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the month of July off, and I'm going to take the month of December off. And we're going to split this thing into seasons. And what that's going to allow me to do is during those months I'm off, I can work on the content. I can get ideas. So sometimes Monday comes around when I'm doing the notes and I'm like, I don't have a clue what I want to talk about this week. So taking this time off, splitting it up into seasons will give me time to come up with topics, and it'll give me time, since I'm combining the two together, when I'm just doing one topic a week, I can spend more time researching that topic, because a lot of the topics we've done have been pretty basic as far as the information I've given. So this should give me an opportunity to be more in depth a little bit with the information I'm giving you. So, and it also gave me an opportunity to work on the Patreon. I want to get the Patreon page up. I've told y'all about that 6 months ago, and I never pulled the trigger on it. But I want to finish that up and give y'all the opportunity, if you want to, because I don't need your money. I can handle this on my own. But if you want to help me with the expenses of doing this, because it costs money for this editing software, it costs money for me to put the podcast up, and costs money to buy Bibles, to do giveaways and stuff like that. So I'm going to finish the Patreon page and get it up and running. So if you want to, you can donate like $1 a month or whatever it is to help cover expenses that goes along with putting this podcast out there. So just remember though, I don't need your money. I'm not begging for your money. If you don't want to give money, then don't. But I just want to put that opportunity up there in case you want to help out. And it also, the time off, will give me an opportunity to work on some other things I want to do, like a website. I'd like to get a website up and going, and maybe work on, there's a lot of things I want to work on I ain't ready to talk about yet. But it'll give me some time to set some things in motion. And since this is going to be the last, with the podcast, technically it's going to be the last one of this season. But I'm pretty much, if you listen to the podcast this week, I want to pretty much talk about the same thing I'm talking about in this video. Though we might talk about some news on there too. But, so we'll finish it up this week, and I'll take July off. And during the month of July, I'm going to work on those things I told you about. I'm going to redo some of the music I use and the intro, and try to up the production quality. So I think this is going to benefit both of us, because it's going to give me some more time to work on things and to have a life. And also, when I come back in August, the content, I hope I'm going to work on it, is going to be better quality for y'all. And so hopefully it's going to work out best for all of us. And like I said, in every video and every podcast, I appreciate y'all listening. We got about 120, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but we got about 120 YouTube subscribers. And we're at 96, almost 100 likes on the Facebook page. So we're growing. So, change is inevitable when you start growing. Now, I think this change is for the better. But y'all take time, at least 20 minutes out of your day, every week to watch my videos and listen to my podcasts and stuff. So, I feel like this is my way of giving back, so to speak, by making my stuff better. You don't want to get stale. So, I'm going to put the effort in. By combining the two, it'll free up some time and make it easier for me to make the content better. Because I appreciate y'all listening, and y'all deserve that, right? So, what else was there? The Bible studies and the Bible giveaways will stay the same. That ain't going to change. And I just want to free up some time, so I won't run myself ragged, and I can actually have a life. I have a girlfriend now, so she kind of expects to hang out with me. So that'll free up some time for me to actually live my life and work on some things, and it'll give me time to make better content for y'all, better quality production value and whatnot. So we'll take the month of July off, and we'll be back in August to kick off season 2 of the gospelovergimmicks podcast. And I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to visit the Facebook page and give it a like. Facebook.com/gospelovergimmicks. Page and a group. And find us on Instagram at gospelovergimmicks. And Twitter at GXG_ministries. And if you need to get in contact with me, if you have an idea about a show, you want to ask a question, or you just want to give a testimony, or you want to know more about how to get saved. Being saved is great. Just email me at gospelovergimmicks@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you. But I appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate y'all bearing with me as we go through this little transitional process. And when we come back in July, you ain't going to want to, or in August, when we come back first week of August, you don't want to miss it, because I'm going to improve this thing. I'm going to have better content, more in-depth maybe a little bit, and better production value. So we're going to be big time. What is it Trump says? Big league. We're going to be big league when we come back in August. So till next time, take up the cross, carry on.